Remember, there can only be two.
Yeah? Good.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Always Two There Are. This week we got a new Mandalorian trailer, a Jedi Fallen Order launch trailer, and the Benioff and Weiss news hit the internet. A lot of crazy stuff happening in the Star Wars galaxy, and we're here to talk about it. Again, follow us on Twitter at Always Two There Are, YouTube at Always Two There Are, and Instagram at Vader Contagion. Now, is everyone ready?
Yeah? Good.
Alright, let's start talking about the Mandalorian trailer.
Yeah.
Raging Ren is here with me today, as always.
I am.
What do you think about the trailer?
I liked it. It was a surprise, to be sure.
But a welcome one. Yeah.
Exactly a week after the Rise of Skywalker's final trailer. But I like it. I'm excited for November 12th in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And got some new shots. Almost all of new shots. A couple of things that stood out to me that I'll talk about. But yeah, I'm sure you liked it as well.
Yeah. We're not going to do a breakdown of the whole trailer. We're not going to do shot by shot like we did with episode 9. But we're going to just talk about our favorite shots, favorite scenes, or just stuff that is in the trailer. So if you don't want any speculation or spoilers going into The Mandalorian, this is all going to be speculation based on what this trailer showed us.
Where does this rank on your end of 2019 Star Wars releases?
That is a good question, man. Okay. Let me think about
curious.
that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Episode 9 is going to be number 1.
Yeah.
It's between this and Fallen Order. I love video. I've been waiting for other than Battlefront 2 campaign, I've been waiting for like an Adventure Jedi game.
The time period.
The time period. If Order 66 is in Jedi Fallen Order, I'm gonna love that more.
Okay.
But after seeing this Mandalorian trailer, I think that's like above a little bit higher, just because what they could do with it.
Let me just say that from when they announced it to 2 trailers later or whatever. I'm much more excited than I was when they first announced it.
Yeah.
But I probably have the same as you. Yeah. We'll have to see once the game comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once the first couple episodes of Mandalorian come out. But obviously.
Yeah. But as of now, what I've seen, like the Mandalorian, it just looks so polished. It looks so
better.
It's so good.
Better
it's
than
so good. My mouth
Celebration.
My mouth was open the whole time watching that trailer. My reaction is up on our Twitter page for anyone who wants to waste a minute and a half of their lives to see. But yeah, it's really good. I have a minute and a
half. I'll take a look.
Yeah, thanks, man. He didn't even check it out. So the first shot is just the stormtroopers, and then on spikes we've seen that before. We got Werner Herzog talking about,
Is that how you say it?
Werner Herzog. It's German. I think it's German. I don't even know.
Something. I just don't know how to say it.
Werner Herzog. Anyway, he says, "Is it more peaceful since the revolution? Like, do you think, it is more peaceful?" Mm-hmm. And from what we see in this trailer, no, it's definitely not.
I don't know where they are, but no,
yeah.
It's the Wild West.
It is. Which is really. It's just a cool take on Star Wars, and. We got it looks like the Trandoshans are riding those blurgs, which the blurgs are, I think native to Ryloth. I don't know about native, but
they're most commonly on Ryloth.
Yeah, and Twi'leks were riding them in Rebels.
Yep.
We also see them in Clone Wars.
Mando was riding it. So I'm curious to see. First of all, no, we'll get to that. Go on.
I love one of my favorite shots when I actually gasped was when the Razor Crest is coming out of hyperspace.
Yeah.
Because that's just that's classic Star Wars. And if you just see that in a live action TV show with this budget and it looks beautiful, and then it's flying across the lakes and the forest landscape, that looks amazing.
Yeah. So we were talking about before about how many planets we can even possibly see in this series.
Yeah.
It's really open. He's a bounty hunter. He travels. Open to anywhere.
Yeah,
really.
It really is. I mean, we've pretty much seen Tatooine. Tatooine's probably just on the poster. That's his on the teaser poster.
Right.
Tatooine will be in it. What other almost confirmed planets? I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much it, really.
That is pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably just a bunch of different planets. We might see planets that we know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Ryloth could be, the Blurgs could be on Ryloth. Maybe it's on Ryloth. Who knows? Maybe it goes back to Mandalore. That would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
It's called The Mandalorian, so hopefully... And when Herzog is telling him at the end, or towards the beginning,
Maybe that's a season 2 thing.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But yeah, talking about the revolution and all that.
The revolution, could that be referring to Rebellion and the
Empire
or the
Mandalorians?
Mandalorians? Because we don't know what happened to the Mandalorians after Rebels. We
Right.
just know that Sabine is there.
Right.
Bo-Katan is there.
Bo-Katan.
With the Darksaber.
With the Darksaber, and yeah, that's pretty much it from where we left off from Rebels. So, curious to see, what road they actually take.
Yeah. And then also the shot of the Razor Crest landed and the slabs of carbonite people.
Yeah, just lined up like...
That's so cool. That's like a classic, just reminds me of the Boba Fett, going up to Slave One with Han's carbonite slab.
Mandalorian's just walking
He's got a
past them.
bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his own little collection there. I think that's really cool to see all his bounties.
Yeah. Yeah. I see you guys see a Rodian in the cantina that he walks into.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
I love me some Rodians. Give me more Rodians. I love them.
Yeah.
And then you don't like Rodians?
I don't really care about.
Come on, man. That's the shot of the stormtroopers. Just their helmets are all dirty and maybe even bloody or just worn out. The Empire has been. This is 4 years after Jakku, 5 years after Endor.
Yeah. So that's what really excites me.
Yeah.
Is seeing this Imperial presence. I'm not sure where they are, but maybe either just it's pockets of the Empire or it hasn't really
section.
Yeah, it hasn't really hit this this part of the galaxy. But I mean, if we're talking, you said 4 years after Jakku, the bulk of the Empire has already fled to the unknown regions.
Yeah.
So, curious to see, especially because we see Death Troopers. This is probably, it is the latest canonically that we've seen Death Troopers.
That far down the timeline.
So, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. There's a couple shots of Moff Gideon. With his squadron, even him in a cockpit. So I'm curious to see if he's like the, if he was like the original, leader
whatever,
of.
I think
of
it's Moff. Yeah, it's Moff Gideon, right?
It's Moff Gideon, whatever. Yeah. So of this area, but I'm curious to see if he's gonna be like the big bad or if he's just part of this whole enemies kind of thing.
I'm assuming as of now, what we've seen in the trailers, maybe he's the big bad out of season 1.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
But I think whether he, got the memo that the Empire was all rendezvousing on Jakku and was nah, I'm gonna take control of a planet with my own squad and live out the rest of my days.
That's true, because I mean, and he's not really dressed like a Moff anyway. He's got more Death Trooper armor.
Yeah,
so
which is
maybe
really cool.
he is kind of it's his own squad.
Yeah, exactly. So he took, he knew the Empire was doomed after Endor, and then they're come meet on Jakku, and he's nah, fam, I'm not doing that.
I'm all for that's one of the most exciting parts is is learning about the Empire during this time.
Yeah.
Apart from all the Mandalorian stuff.
I'm so ready for this show. It's so cool to see, post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And
Anything after, Jakku and all that.
This is the only thing, visually, other than the sequel trilogy, that is after that period.
Yeah.
During that period.
This started to,
That's awesome.
It's what we want.
The shot that I want to also talk about is Mandalorian going full John Wick on a couple stormtroopers.
Yeah. Coming out of a doorway.
Oh man, I screamed, oh my god, when I saw that.
And just puts this one trooper to bed.
Oh my god, just pistol right to his face.
Yeah.
And then kicks another, and then shoots another.
I really...
so good.
I like his fighting style. I like that we're going to see... him kicking butt.
Yeah.
Him versus the Stormtroopers and then versus the Trandoshans.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
From what we can tell. Now this is
this is the
very
shot
interesting.
of the three people in red. It looks like a mother and a father and a little kid in red. And if you squint, there's a couple super battle droids in the background.
Yeah.
I think this follows a shot of another droid gunship going across. You see that in the Clone Wars. This Raging Run, tell me what you believe it is.
So this it's got to be a flashback.
Yeah.
It's like, was he what looks like a mother, a father, and then holding their child, and like running away from the battle droids.
That's mini Pedrolorian right there.
I mean, even if you look, like, I'm pretty sure, like, they look kind of like Hispanic, like Pedro Pascal looked like, you know?
The dad looks like Pedro Pascal.
Exactly. An older version.
Yeah.
I could totally see
it's definitely
it being a flashback of, you know, wherever they are during the Clone Wars. That is awesome.
That's probably how his parents died.
Yeah.
Just to
Who knows?
see the Clone Wars in a live-action Star Wars TV show. Oh, yes. Give me some Super Battle Droids. Give me some droid gunships. This is like my B1 Battle Droid moment from Rise of Skywalker. It's so cool.
It is.
I love it.
It is cool.
And it's, like, important for the story, because, like, he probably grew up, I mean, let's try to do the math. Yeah.
You know, he could, you know...
What if he's, like, 40, and, like, he was, 6 around here? That's, like,
What makes you say he's 40?
34. I don't know. I'm trying to do the math in my head.
Okay.
Just try to see when in the Clone Wars,
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's around 30 years, like, estimated.
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense, which is awesome.
It does. That's so fun to know that we're going to see something like that.
The Quarren that he's attacking, maybe a bounty, maybe he's trying to get away. The practical effects or just CGI, whatever's going into the Quarren's face, looks so good for this show.
I mean, granted, it does have a gigantic budget, but it's not a movie.
No, it's so good. It's so good. Some of these shots, like, we'll get to the animal later, but some of the shots look movie-like.
This is a guy who probably got sliced.
Oh, yeah.
From the first
And he shoots his armor. We saw before when the Mandalorian was attacking the Stormtroopers, the armor, it's kind of like Captain Phasma's armor, where the particle bolt just evaporates and, like, kind of deflects off his armor, which is
I forget the name of the material from her armor, but it's the same material.
Is it
that's
chromium?
That's chromium.
Is it that it? That's it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's from the Naboo starfighter.
Yeah. Sheev's Royal Naboo fighter. Yeah, when he shoots the door, he gets shot and then he pulls out. He's like, "Okay, I'm done." Pulls out his pistol.
Fires from the hip.
Fires the door, and then door closes, and we saw in the other trailer.
Yeah.
Gonna snap that guy in half.
Badass.
From the Star Wars universe. And then we get what looks to be... I saw people on Twitter saying this is a reek. It could be a reek. The reek
It's got that big,
It's got the big rhino nose.
Horn.
I gotta watch Attack of the Clones again.
I mean, if this is a reek, it's a real dirty reek.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it could be a real dirty reek. It could be, a baby reek or... Because I think that other reek was pretty big.
Yeah, it was.
But
still.
Or it could be something else. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But either way, it looks so well done. And who would have thought? Just the mud scene with the Mandalorian, he's dragging on it, like, oh man,
it looks
I'm so
pretty.
ready.
It looks, high quality. I'm very excited for this.
It's so good. And then there's also a Dune shot where him and
Cara Dune? Is that what you're talking about? Or actual dunes?
No.
There is a Cara Dune
Cara
shot.
Dune is in the Dune Sea. So
multiple dunes of canon.
Multiple dunes of canon. Yeah, I'm assuming that's Tatooine because that looks like Tatooine.
Yeah.
Could be something else. Who knows? But my bad, it's Tatooine. And then we get some bounty hunter shot and
Carl Weathers Cara Dune
being awesome, and Cara Dune shaking hands with Mandalorian. That's squad right there. I'm so rooting for them. I want them to kill so many people.
Oh my God.
That's aggressive. It's aggressive. So many stormtroopers to be exact.
IG-11
wreaking havoc again.
Pretty sure we saw that scene.
The same shot. Some woman possibly taking off his mask.
Yeah, so I forget her name, but I know her from other movies. I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but if he's in a clan or if this is his I really don't know.
We have no. That's what's so awesome that. Both of these trailers, the Rise of Skywalker trailer and this trailer, no story whatsoever. We just see cool shots and the other trailer was emotional. This is more like action packed and really awesome, like hand to hand combat, which I'm so excited for. The Trandoshan fight looks sick. Him fighting stormtroopers looks awesome, and so does IG-11 going ham.
Yeah, I don't know how like generic we sound, but like I'm really just the action is the most. Is what I'm really excited to see about this.
Because we've never really seen that action before, if you think about it. Other than like you can only do it so well in animation.
Yeah.
It's like we've seen some of that in like Rebels. Like I'm pretty sure like Hera or Sabine was fighting Price in one episode with like really hand to hand. There's a Thrawn episode in Rebels where he's hand to hand combat, but I haven't really seen other movies.
So
like
that and the timeline where it falls is what's really got me excited.
And also Chirrut's scene in Rogue One. That's probably one of the
that too.
I feel like that scene is so underrated. I feel like people just forget about that, and there's the end of the movie. No, that Chirrut scene on Jeddah, man, that's so good.
It's Donnie Yen, bro.
It really is. It really is. And then we get Bill Burr with dual wielding pistols with like a shoulder pistol, just going,
interesting,
firing into oblivion. And then the final, like one of the final shot, or one of the second to last shot, I guess, is the Mandalorian grappling onto Moff Gideon's TIE fighter.
Yeah. And
uses his jetpack to like kind of propel himself forward.
Watch those wrist grapples.
Yeah. His parents are gonna need to watch those wrist rockets. That's too soon. I'm so sorry. Oh man!
If only somebody warned his parents.
Watch out for those wrist. Oh, it's too late. This show didn't even come out, and I already. That's so. Oh man.
Sorry. He kind of grapples onto the top of Gideon's fighter or whatever.
Yeah. And he's like, oh.
Awesome.
There's a Mandalorian on me.
Not to worry, we're still flying half a ship.
One of his wings clips. Yeah, and then the meme. I guess it's a meme now.
Oh, it should be a meme. It will be a meme.
It's already a meme. On the trailer comics on YouTube. Just go to the comments
on the actual Star Wars video.
Yeah, on the actual Star Wars trailer video.
It's actually pretty funny.
It's the Mandalorian with his gun saying, "Yeah, good." It's
great.
He sounds so good.
Yeah.
Just to hear that, like the helmet voice.
Yeah, mechanized, but you still hear Pedro.
Yeah. So oh man, this trailer got me hyped now, and it's so close. It's so close.
It is so close. Yeah. I still have to pre-order Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that. I get around to doing that. I mean, I just pre-ordered Jedi Fallen Order, but it's not like there's no, as long as you get it before it releases.
Yeah.
Or get it when it releases. I don't really care.
Yeah.
At least with Fallen Order, you get a bunch of bonus. Bonus pre-order bonuses.
And we'll get an episode on November 12th, and then an episode that Friday, November 15th. That's the schedule released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll get 2 episodes that first week.
What is the 12th? The Sunday? Monday?
I don't know. 3 days before Friday, so maybe a Tuesday or Monday.
Okay.
I think it's a Tuesday.
Okay.
It sounds about right. Maybe not. I can't do math.
It doesn't matter. We're getting the Mandalorian in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. I love the logo too. The logo is so cool too.
It is cool.
Like the cape, like the broken cape.
Yeah.
Billowing, and then you see the logo, and it's like, da-na-na. The music's interesting too. I'm down for it. I'm down for everything, really.
Oh yeah. First live action Disney Plus kickoff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Surprised that we got another trailer.
Yeah.
Before the release, and yeah, I feel like Star Wars is just stepping on our throats at this point because of all the releases.
I mean, there's people out there that are excited for this show more than Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I know. I know those people.
I understand.
I understand too.
But that's crazy to think about. Like they're more excited for this show
those
than
are
the end of the Skywalker saga.
Because The Last Jedi did them dirty.
Yeah,
and so that's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, but Episode 9 is definitely on our top lists.
Yeah.
Especially after that trailer.
Oh, absolutely.
But then this trailer is definitely 2, and then Fallen Order is...
Oh, so much. There's Star Wars for everybody.
And then Resistance Reborn 2 is coming out soon.
So Resistance Reborn is coming out soon. It's crunch time with Black Spire.
Oh, man.
I'm halfway done with it. Working on it. And I just gotta finish it by Tuesday because Resistance Reborn might be the best book of the year.
I think I think Star Wars Explained. He reviewed.
He just did a
said
book review, right?
It was like a love letter to
a
Star
love
Wars
letter
or something
to Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
I'm
ready for it.
I didn't read any of the excerpts
No,
because
neither
I wanted
did
to save it.
Yeah.
But just like they're hitting the character list.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
man,
you
Battlefront 2, Inferno Squad.
you have all of Black Squadron from the
Yes,
Poe Dameron comics.
yes.
You have Nora Wexley, Wedge Antilles.
Yes.
Um,
Wedge is back, people, which probably means he's going to be in episode 9, or they kill him off in this book, and that's why he's not in episode 9.
Yeah.
Either way, he's back in canon.
You're gonna have Aiden's daughter, probably Shriv like mentions. You're gonna have Vi Marati mentions. Like it's great. I can't wait.
I'm ready for that.
It's gonna be a great book.
I just finished A Crash of Fate
Okay, how'd you like it?
last night. I was into it. I was reading it very, very quickly because I don't know. I was.
Well, yeah,
It was
you
steamy. There's some steamy scenes in that book.
Sucker for a good romance.
I missed that lost. I missed Lost Stars. Give me a sequel, Claudia Bay or Lucasfilm, whatever. Who's ever's in charge. You know, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, give us that Lost Stars 2 sequel. They gotta finish Project Luminous, and then we'll
And then we'll see.
we'll see what what's
Crash of Fate, really good. Highly recommend it if you're into like young adult like romance.
yeah.
Like books. It's kind of separate from Star Wars Galaxy,
It is its own kind of thing,
but it's
on Batu.
Yeah, it's on Batu, and it's cool. That's another, I guess, ad for Galaxy's Edge. It's explaining the whole world. So is Black Spire. There's this one chapter just explaining, like, Black
They
Spire.
literally took a tour.
Yeah, they took a tour. Straight up. That was very, addy. But, I
Yeah.
started Black Spire. I'm on page 60, so that's the last book I have to read.
Okay.
Other than Canto Bight, which still hasn't been finished. It is on my bookshelf still. I'll finish that, maybe after... Mandalorian Season 2 comes out. After Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at in canon.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We have tomorrow the last issue of Allegiance comes out.
Yeah.
To wrap up the four issue, right? I'm pretty sure four issue.
It's 4.
4-issue series, kind of prequel,
I read
in between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. I'm caught up with that. I don't know if you are. I read it.
No.
Okay. Because, they're coming out every week, those issues.
Yeah, I know.
So, I like it so far. I'm eager to see what happens in the last issue. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to give away the past couple issues to you, but that's that, and it's pretty much our canon.
I want to break down the timeline of all these stuff, though, because they're all so close together, because Episode 8 and Episode 9 it's a year apart.
Okay.
But all this stuff is close together. So if you're curious as what the timeline is, what to read first, so you have Episode 8, then right after that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Resistance Reborn.
Yes.
That is the one directly after 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think I didn't read it, but I saw in one of, I think the first excerpt they released, it talks about Vi going to her mission in Black Spire, which happens directly after Crate.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of, I don't know, but go on.
Her mission could be, the same as Resistance Reborn, I guess. 'Cause
Exactly.
she's on her own. She's
Exactly.
not with any of the main characters. But it's Resistance Reborn.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's probably Black Spire or
Black Spire or Allegiance.
yeah, one of those. I just know that Spark of the Resistance is after Allegiance. Yeah. So Spark of the Resistance is one of the last things in that timeline. That's closer to Rise of Skywalker. That's the young novel.
Yeah. You can see in the illustration that they're almost all in their Episode 9 get-ups.
Yeah.
Rose, Poe, and Rey.
Yeah.
Allegiance, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is it. It's Resistance Reborn. Then you can read Black Spire.
Yep.
Then you can read A Crash of Fate, because A Crash of Fate takes place after Black Spire.
Yep.
And then you can read Allegiance, and then you can read
Spark of the Resistance.
Those are the 5.
Then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Force Collector's coming out. I'm not sure.
That's before Force Awakens.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. On Jakku.
Yeah, that was kind of sliding under my radar. I wasn't. I didn't really know what that was about.
Yeah.
But okay,
forgot
so
about it
that's
now.
like a scavenger.
Yeah, it's like a
Jakku?
scavenger book. He's Force sensitive,
Oh, really?
so he's discovering his possible powers.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe he was supposed to be the chosen one, but it was Rey instead. It was like Harry Potter. Anyway,
Oh, boy.
There's another. Neville was supposed to be the chosen one, not Harry. Anyway, that's another thing. Yeah, this face. So that's Mandalorian. That's our canon update. I guess we did the canon update already.
Yep.
We'll get to the Jedi Fallen Order launch trailer. I guess it's, a short minute. Launch trailers are not that long.
Still, though, it's pretty,
got some cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, too. It was a good trailer. Pull it. Got some Ninth Sister action
Oh, yeah.
going on. Wherever... I mean, it looks like they're dueling on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
But... this game.
I'm so ready for this game.
Don't let us down, EA.
I mean, the reviews are getting good. The game apparently went gold already. Do I know what that means? No, I have no idea.
I don't either.
But
that's okay.
But
all I know is we got a gold ship coming for the pre-order.
A gold Stinger Mantis. That's all that matters.
Yep.
So
keep adding the pre-order bonuses.
Yeah. So we're getting that. We're getting Orange Blade. We're getting a yellow BD1 skin.
Yep.
And then a couple different hilts. Yeah.
Umbara.
So I'm down with that.
People think that you're going to be visiting Umbara and what was the other hilt? It was from another planet.
Magneto.
Yeah, Magneto. No, that's not really going to happen.
How many planets do you think is going to be in this game? Because as of now, we know of like 4, like on the home screen. Do you think there's going to be more, or is it just going to be like 4? It's like 2 new ones, 2...
Maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah. I think 6 could be one. Or
yeah.
They said it's even of old planets and new planets that they created for the game. So like Zepho is like a planet they created for the game.
Yeah.
That was in most of the gameplay demo that was released recently.
Okay, so that's... Do we know where the scrapyard is? Where Cal is working in the beginning?
I think they said the name, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Okay.
But I forget where it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Zepho. I think it's another planet.
Okay.
Zepho's one of the temple planets he goes to, like with the snow on.
Yeah. Yeah, so a couple pretty cool shots in this trailer. You got some voice lines from the second sister and
Seer or Siri.
Yeah.
Seer, I think.
Seer.
Seer Junda.
Seer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for these duels. I'm excited for these boss fights.
Yeah.
It just looks really good. I'm excited again. The timeline.
That's Kashyyyk.
Yeah, so we're seeing
I don't know what that is.
It looks like Kashyyyk.
Yeah. In the trailer, there's a shot of his Stinger Mantis. That's the ship coming out of hyperspace to a planet that looks like Earth, kind of with a big tornado.
Whatever it does, it's occupied by the Empire.
It is. There's a lot of Star Destroyers around
3
it.
Star Destroyers.
Probably Kashyyyk.
Yeah. Other shots that came out to you?
Well, we know that a planet is going to be in it. I mean, they've said it before.
Yeah.
So there is a planet that's going to be in it. It was in the demo. They didn't show the planet, but people have played on it, and it's Dathomir. Dathomir is going to be in this game. You can go onto Dathomir and play.
That's awesome. So that's got to be a Night Sister.
So that shot in the trailer with that green magic coming up.
Where else have you seen green magic? Come on.
Yeah, Night Sisters.
It's a red-hooded girl.
Yeah, and red-hooded, green-faced girl, I think.
Jedi. Or she says something Jedi.
Jedi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got... I thought her face was messed up, but she's got a headdress on her forehead or something.
Okay.
And she got the markings too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a Night Sister.
Yeah.
And even that stuff,
that's awesome.
I'm ready. And even in one of the earlier trailers, you could see a red moon, it was like a red sky with a red moon.
Okay.
That's definitely that shot was definitely Dathomir.
That's pretty sick. I hope. So yeah, people were also talking how Grievous wiped out majority of the Night Sisters.
Yeah.
Obviously before this game. So curious to see if it was just Asajj's clan, or if she was just this woman is just chilling there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's bringing Cal there, but yeah. I also like that scene stuck out with where Cal was working.
Yeah.
And him and the workers are kind of all lined up, and the second sister and Purse Troopers are kind of just walking back and forth. I'm probably guessing she's figuring out how this happened, what's going on.
Yeah.
And she realizes it's Cal, but
and also the shot on the same planet with the first of all, they're destroying the Venator class Star Destroyers.
Yep.
Probably for parts for the new Star Destroyers.
Yep.
we don't know exactly what. I don't know if they confirmed the 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I guess that would make sense because the ninth sister is in it.
Yeah.
And I guess it can't be before she appears in Vader because she's got, I think she's got like a new foot in this game.
Really?
Because
So you think it's after?
she lost a limb in the Vader comic,
Yeah.
which was her leg.
Yep.
So I think it might be after, especially because all the ruins and like for the Empire to set up all their stuff, they got like Empire ATSTs, they got Imperial Star Destroyers, they got the Stormtroopers looking like Stormtroopers, not like clone troopers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's relatively down the line.
Yeah,
I think
it's
5
down
years
the line,
makes
especially
sense.
the Purge Troopers and
Saw
the Inquisitors.
And Saul looking like his Forrest Whitaker side,
True.
not his Clone Wars side.
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
looking a little bit older.
That is true. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So that got me on that side of it. I wanted it to be like directly after Sith, but maybe we'll get an Order 66. Maybe we'll get like directly something after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And then it just flashes forward to him now. But anyway, back to my point. On the planet with the Venator Star Destroyers, there's a Sarlacc pit.
Yes.
You actually
the first shot. Yeah.
You actually did that
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's awesome. It's gonna be a good trailer.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be good. Yeah, fighting the Ninth Sister, fighting the ATSTs in the snow.
Second sister versus
Down.
Cal.
I got a Jedi Fallen Order controller skin for my PS4. It's got a Stormtrooper and a Purge Trooper on it. Zip lining with BD1. This game looks legit. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And I guess that's pretty much it for these two things. And next thing we'll get into is the Benioff and Weiss news that came out last night. Benioff and Weiss have exited their Star Wars trilogy. Double R and I give our thoughts about that right now. What do you think about it?
I'm not. I don't want to say I don't really care,
Yeah.
but
You didn't watch Game of Thrones.
first of all, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I heard the last couple seasons were not the best. You could go on to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because you finished it, right?
Yeah,
You finished the series. But, yeah, I wasn't, it wasn't my favorite thing to come out of, Star Wars news. So, it's whatever. I was really thinking that it was going to be an Old Republic trilogy. It would make sense.
Yeah.
That's what Dan and Dave did for Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. But it's not like world crashing.
Yeah. So for me, originally, so I had never watched Game of Thrones, and then this past summer, during season 8, I started binging all of it, and I watched all of it. So I watched all of it in one sitting, and I didn't wait 8 years to watch the whole series.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that invested into. I didn't really care too much about what would happen, whatever, because I wasn't invested into the show. I binged watched it.
Yeah.
So all the Game of Thrones fans out there have been watching the show since season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4.
Uh-huh.
They were expecting more of the last season.
Okay.
It's kind of like the same thing with Star Wars. If people grew up with the original trilogy, in their head they're expecting stuff, really awesome, cool things to happen in the prequel trilogy, and they didn't get the things that they had in their head.
Yeah.
Same thing with Last Jedi.
Makes sense.
They didn't get Luke with the green lightsaber fighting stormtroopers, which is it. You're disappointed into what you see because that's not what happened in your headcanon.
Exactly.
So that's why people didn't like the prequel. I mean, there's other reasons why people didn't like prequels and Last Jedi, but for Game of Thrones, the writing was bad. It was.
Was it?
It just. First of all, it ended very abruptly.
Okay.
They could have had definitely another season, and even HBO offered them more money. They offered them more seasons, and they were like, "Nah." They probably want to do. I assume they left for Star Wars, which probably was the case, or their Netflix deal. I don't even think they made the Netflix deal.
But now,
by then,
now their schedule is just too
quote unquote too busy.
Yeah.
First of all, well, okay, back to Game of Thrones. I'll get to the first of all later.
Okay.
Game of Thrones season 8, yeah, it ended very fast, and the writing they decided on a king, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Writing was bad.
Okay.
So I understand the hate for season 8 of Game of Thrones. I just don't care that much because I binged the whole season and I wasn't really invested in the show. And the show's great, which was why I was excited for them doing Star Wars. I was like, oh, they did Game of Thrones? People love Game of Thrones. So that's going to be awesome. They're probably doing Old Republic. So I was excited for them to do Star Wars. But then like season 8 came out and then the whole interview thing came out a couple days ago about them, not really knowing what they were doing during Game of Thrones and not really wanting other people to like help them in the writer's room because they wouldn't be on the production team.
That's just what I didn't want for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So if they were going to stay on and kind of, not have a direction as to what's going on and what they're doing, yeah, I'm glad. I think it's for the better then.
Yeah. So whether they really didn't have enough time because of the Netflix deal, which back to my what I was going to say, first of all, I don't know when they took the Netflix deal, but it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money Netflix gives you. You have the chance to do Star Wars. And if this is true, a lot of people think it's not true. A lot of people think they got axed, which is possible. It's totally likely, especially because the end review came out literally the night before.
Yeah.
And Kathleen Kennedy was probably like, yeah, we got to get rid of these guys before our fandom collapses into more chaos. So, and people are praising Kathleen Kennedy on Twitter now.
We're trying to get on the right track.
Yeah. So I guess that makes sense if that's really the case, and whether they allowed Benioff and Weiss to just be like, yeah, you could just say that you didn't have enough time or whatever, but we're really just this isn't gonna work out.
It's Lord and Miller situation.
Yeah, but even it's different than that because Lord and Miller were actually
in the middle of
of directing a movie, and that was more, I guess, that was more creative differences.
Yeah, but that's something that they saw, over time. Like, they're working on this, they're not agreeing with this Lucasfilm and that, and so there's got to be a change, and
which I don't know how Lucasfilm let them get them so far into the process of making Solo, and for them to be like, no, we're different. How do you?
I'm sure there was
that's weird.
I'm sure there was things behind the curtain.
Yeah,
but it was for the better.
Yeah. So the Benioff and Weiss thing, who turns down Star Wars for a Netflix deal? They're gonna be showrunners on a Netflix show rather than producing.
I don't buy that. It's just
writing a Star Wars trilogy.
Just their schedule. I'm pretty sure that was underlying circumstances.
Because that interview that came out literally the night before, that's not a coincidence. The Force works in mysterious ways.
It's just
not that mysterious.
Yeah. I see a lot of people, they don't mind that this is happening. Yeah. Me included.
The only thing I care about is, alright, fine, they're gone. I don't care. Whatever. I thought they were going to be good, but that's before I knew about the Game of Thrones thing, and then I watched season 8, and I was like, alright, understandable, whatever. I just want that trilogy to still be there. I don't want it to be delayed, and it probably will be delayed, because now they're messed up.
But what does that push forward, though? There's got to be,
Well, it's not like Kathleen Kennedy left it out there. Maybe they can do Star Wars in the future. Kind of, she didn't really say that, but left it out maybe he could come back when he has time, which I don't think would happen.
I wouldn't read.
So their trilogy could be just given to someone else.
Yeah.
New writers with the same story idea.
Yeah.
Or the same Old Republic idea. I want an Old Republic trilogy starting in 2022. Yeah. That had to be their thing. What else would they make? It's Old Republic. I don't want Rian Johnson's trilogy in 2022 unless he does an Old Republic trilogy. I could care less what Rian Johnson does, Yeah. I have no idea what he's doing. No one does. What? I have no idea. The only movies I can think about are Old Republic movies. Yeah. I don't see them making movies that take place in the future of Star Wars.
It would just have to. It would have to be super fresh.
Yeah. Exactly. And Old Republic is fresh, and you can get armies of Jedi versus armies of Sith. The fans have wanted that for years.
Yeah.
And we have yet to get it.
Who knows? Who knows what they're going to continue to do? But as of right now, no more Benioff and Weiss, and it's whatever.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get an announcement that those movies are delayed, or maybe they're on track with the new writers. Who knows? I just want an Old Republic movie in 2022. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah, and we don't even know if Rian Johnson's trilogy, he says it's still confirmed.
He does, yeah.
But
it could change just like that. So who knows?
Lord and Miller said they were directing Solo halfway through.
Yeah, as long as the Kenobi Disney Plus series goes through, we're
that's
anything else is good.
Yeah, and Mandalorian will be fine. Deborah's episodes probably will be fine.
Yeah, dude.
She's directing all of Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor's back. He's ready. He's been lying for 4 years about it.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
crazy stuff happening in the world of Star Wars, but also because we're getting so much in the world of Star Wars that there happens to be some things that, is crazy.
So before we end it, do you want to also just talk about real quick, Charles Soule released the cover of The Rise of Kylo Ren.
Did we not talk about that?
I don't think we did.
I thought we did.
No, because it was after the Rise of Skywalker trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was before.
No, it was after. I don't think we talked about it.
Anyway, let's talk about it again.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't, or did.
Yeah,
go. Keep going.
So, I don't know if it was issue 1 or issue 2, but...
I think it's issue 2.
Okay, issue
Maybe.
2. Either way, it's Luke and Ben Solo fighting the Knights of Ren.
Oh, man.
Like...
That's coming in January, by the way, so... This would be after if we find out if Kylo gets redeemed or dies.
Either way, it's a
9.
prequel.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it caught everyone by surprise because I guess the Knights of Ren were around. Your brother actually messaged me when that came out. I don't know why he's on my Twitter if he didn't see the Rise of Skywalker trailer. How did he see that? But he messaged me about that cover.
Yeah.
But he's yeah, they're fighting the Knights of Ren, which a lot of people, it makes them think because they were around. Well, one, this confirms that they weren't Luke's students.
Yeah, exactly. Which is huge because Luke says he left my temple with a handful of students.
Yeah, which everyone is assuming became the Knights of Ren.
So if they weren't the Knights of Ren, unless they became new Knights of Ren, where are they and who are they?
Right.
Episode 9, answer these questions for me, please.
I don't know. But all I know is time for the Jedi Hand. No. all I know is these now it's making me think like were these formed from Snoke or does he have something to do with them or
I don't know.
Was he waiting for Ben to turn? And then, Ben
Maybe.
is now the so-called master of the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
So, I really don't know. It kind of looks like in the cover one of them is holding a lightsaber, a red lightsaber.
Yeah. So he probably kills that person, and then the Knights of Ren are like, "Oh, we have to serve you now."
Something like that. I'm just really excited to find out, how this whole fall happens.
Whether we get it We've been waiting for 4 years.
Or we get it in the comic, or we get it in both.
Yeah.
This cover just has me, well, it kind of threw my whole prediction like upside down, but it also has me super excited.
Like Luke and Ben Solo fighting back to back. Can't get better than that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, that's cool. I can't wait for that. And it kind of mirrors Vader's story because the original trilogy, like Vader gets redeemed. But you never saw you never saw his good side, really, like back in the original trilogy.
Right.
So people always wondered, how did he go dark? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And then you found out, 20 years later.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for 4 years how Kylo went dark.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine waiting 20 years.
I'd like to do an episode on Ben Solo and the downfall of him, once that comic comes out or after episode 9 comes out.
After his story, his training, his fall, his...
Yeah.
Whatever happens to him in 9 comes out.
He just has a lot of pressure and a lot of big shoes to fill in.
Yeah.
He's the son of a war hero and a war general.
And his parents shipped him off to Luke.
Yeah.
Just because they were afraid of his darkness and they thought Luke said he could maybe take that darkness and turn it into light or keep the darkness away, and he eventually became the reason that he succumbed to that darkness.
Exactly. Which also, it just pushes that line in the trailer more of people keep telling me they know me, no one does, But Ben Solo does.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knows him or
Yeah.
knew him.
Her parents left her.
Yeah.
His parents left him.
Yeah.
Even though you might not admit it, they did, indirectly.
Yep.
And they pushed him to an uncle who he thought was going to kill him in his sleep. I mean, he was standing over with a lightsaber. That wasn't a nightlight, folks. That was not a nightlight. Luke, yeah.
It's a moment of weakness, but I think it was all culminating to, it's just past mistakes. And he created Kylo Ren. And he, came into Snoke's. However Snoke seduced him, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah.
But it's just everything that's unraveling is so interesting. I can't wait.
Yeah. I'd love to see a Snoke v. Luke fight somewhere in canon.
Something like that.
That's why Snoke is so
how
messed
does Snoke
up.
get his good looks like that?
I
don't
know.
Exactly.
Luke Skywalker. Please make it happen.
Right?
Gives him the scars.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. This episode. We got Mandalorian, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep. Benioff and Weiss, Kylo Ren, and Rise of the Resistance. Resistance Reborn comes out next week.
Always got to sprinkle some Ben Solo into there.
Yeah, of course. Of course
So,
you do.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, for joining us. Follow us on YouTube at Always 2 There Are. Follow us on Twitter at Always 2 There Are. Follow us on Instagram at Vader Contagion. Check out my Mandalorian reaction on our Twitter.
Or don't.
Or don't. That's fine. Whatever. And again, guys, may the Force be with you.